Hey there, knitters. It's Leslie here with yycknits.com. Today I'm just wanting to show you here, we're working our stripes hat in the round, and I'll just move my camera back a little here, get a better view. And so we're working this hat around in a helix manner so that the stripes line up perfectly all the way around, and man, is it ever looking good. So you can watch one of my previous videos on how to set up the stripes to work in this manner, but basically you're just working around in one color past your beginning a round marker until you reach the next color, and then you're gonna drop the color you're knitting with and just pick up this next color, and you're dropping those stitches where they occur. So you're actually knitting each color with the opposite thread. So you're knitting the dark coral stitches with the lighter pink, and then the opposite. So yeah, so it's turning out really great. We've got 1.5 inches of brioche just to start this hat with, and I'm knitting the adult large. So it'll just fit an adult head. So we've got sizing in this hat from baby to all the way up to oversized adult. So just to let you know, we've done a provisional cast on this hat, and we've got a rolled stockinette edge. So we just started knitting in stockinette. I knit 5 rounds of stockinette before I started my purl round, and then my knit round, and then I went into my brioche ribbing. So basically there's one side of the crochet provisional chain that you can undo, and there's one side that that you can't. So the side that doesn't undo or won't unravel is the side that you have your that you started on. So the side that you have your slip knot on. So don't bother trying to undo that side. It'll just be frustrating for you. But the side that you ended on when you did your chain is the side that you'll be undoing. So you can go ahead and pick up stitches any old way. If you notice that we have these V's in our knitting, if these stitches weren't live, you could just pick up the right leg of the V on every knit stitch around. So you can see that there's a V here and there's a V here. I'll just go down a row to make it easier. There's a V here and there's a V here. So if you pick up this right leg of the V all the way around, you can ultimately just cut your knitting and get rid of what's here and continue knitting this direction or the other direction on anything. So if you start a sweater and you get, actually a good example was my stripes sweater. Actually, no, sorry, it was Ballon. Ballon, and you can find that on Ravelry. Right now I had some knitters testing it, and they ran into a problem where on the smaller sizes, the neck hole they were finding was too small to get over your head. So I mean, that's a real problem. So what they ended up doing, I think, is ripping back and starting it again when they could have just picked up the right leg of the stitch all the way around and began and left those stitches where they wanted them. Just they could cast these off or do ribbing or whatever. So it just makes it possible to knit from this side of your fabric. So yeah, you're just picking up the right leg of that V all the way around, not skipping one, but skipping the left leg and picking up the right leg all the way around on every stitch. So what this provisional cast on does is it allows us to to see this right leg and to have it live on our crochet chain. So if I pull this stitch out here, this crochet chain, and get things rolling, I can see where I can pick this stitch up where my crochet chain is going to come out. So that is essentially the right leg of my V. So I'm just going to slide that in there before I go ahead and pull my crochet chain out. Sorry, trying to stay in the view here of the camera. So I've got my needle in there and I'm just going to slip that out. So we'll continue along and it gets a little easier to see. So here's my crochet chain. So I'm going to slide that in there and undo that stitch, just like so. And here we've got the next one. So we're just going to slide that in there. So essentially, again, like I said, we're picking up that right leg of the V on the right hand side, the one that's slanting to the right, and undoing that chain as we go. And there's the next stitch. So just continue on camera here for a little bit until if you don't feel like watching anymore, you got the hang of it, you can just fast forward. But I'll pause the camera in a little bit here and just continue to the end and then show you how to do that extra stretchy bind off. So just working our way around and around and around. So you can see where the crochet chain just kind of loops through that stitch. And so when we slide our needle in there, we can undo it and it's not going to go anywhere. And we've got our live stitches ready to work. So there we are. So I'll just pause the video and continue to work my way all the way around, and then I'll come back and show you how to do that cast off in an extra stretchy fashion so that we have a nice stretchy edge on our finished stripes, the hat.